Good afternoon, VV Nation, and welcome to Midday Market Update, first trading day of the week. My name is Glenn, Senior Stock Market Strategist on VectorVest for VectorVest. Glad to be here. What is that? Why is it playing? What did you do?
That was my fault. I thought that was my computer.
Dang. Stop playing stuff. If you can hear me loud and clear while Joey's in the background messing up, if you can hear me loud and clear, by all means, please respond in the chat, preferably with VV Nation, and let me know that I am coming across loud and clear. What a way to start off the week, Joey. What a way. Still good. It's a good thing I still love you. It's a good thing I still love you. All right. First trading day of the week, getting into the Thanksgiving feel. Which will take place on Thursday. The market will be closed. We will be closed on Thursday, but we will be back. At least I will be back. I don't know if Joey's coming back on Friday, but I will be here on Friday. You will not be here?
No, sir.
So Ku and I have. You said today's your last day or tomorrow? Wednesday. Okay. So Joey's gonna go on a good little vacation for a couple of days. Me. After I eat that turkey, I'm going to come back on Friday and say hello to you guys. So, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Happy Thanksgiving. Even to you, Joey. Happy Thanksgiving. Are you going away or are you going to be at home? Okay. All right. With that, again, I'll say it again, the first trading day of the week. Ryan and I, when we did the live earnings call for NVIDIA, I think we're both on board that after NVIDIA reported the way that they did, that the Santa rally has begun. I'm a believer that we're going into December, going to go into December strong. As a matter of fact, we're ending up right now with 2 green lights in the color guard, no red lights to be seen over the last 6 trading days, all yellow, more yellow than green. So I'm still more cautious, but I am still, as I mentioned on my iBit, I picked up some more on my iBit, taking a little hit today, not big hit. I'm looking forward to Dell's earnings tomorrow. Dell comes out. There's not a lot of companies reporting this week. Dell probably the biggest one, Daniel. No, it was Pennywise. Dell is the biggest one reporting tomorrow. Not a lot of earnings coming out this week. On Friday, Glenn will be sitting there with his belt undone. Y'all don't worry about if my belt is done or undone. It's under the table anyway. None of y'all can see if my belt is done or undone. Did you get back into defense? Not yet, Lisa. But it is one of the hottest industries. Watch tonight's 6 p.m. video. I'm going to be looking at the hottest sector industries in the S&P 500, and I'm going to give you my top weekly picks from that. All right, so I'm going to strictly be looking at the S&P 500 tonight to give you my top weekly picks. So make sure you tune in. But the aerospace and defense is hopping. It's one of the top 5 industries / sector in the S&P right now. So how about Palantir? Did you get in? Not yet. I told you I had a buy-in price. I don't know if it hit it or not. I've been busy this morning. But Palantir is in my list of stocks today. So I am looking to see if it's going to hit my buy point. If it does, I'm probably going to pull the trigger on more Palantir. And yes, I am still in NVDL is taking a hit today. But you know me, I still think that NVIDIA is one of the hottest stocks on the planet. It's one of the hottest stocks on the planet. So good morning to you, Prakash. I'm still holding Palantir at 750 cost average. Goodness gracious, you should be killing it. All right, so you guys know I did take 120% gain on it. I'm looking for another opportunity to get in. It might have, something. Let's get into the program. All right, so here's the VectorVest composite. Again, hitting new highs, new all-time highs. The run is going. Even on these pullbacks, they were very small in size, still staying in the midst of this uptrend. Let me see. Are we back in it? Look at that. We are back in the uptrend. We broke through the trend line this morning, today, and we'll see. Got Fate the other day. Ooh, how many of you watched? Oof, I'm excited about this. How many of you watched Friday's video? Type a 1 in the room. How many of you watched Friday's video? Type a 1 in the room. Because holy smokes, I'm going to show you from the time that I recorded the video what it's up to today. And if you don't watch the Friday videos or the Monday videos, man, oh man, you might have missed out. You might have missed out. We're going to get to that in a minute. All right, so I want to look at Palantir real quick. PLTR, son of a gun. Joey's taking my mouse away. PLTR. You like whips. That's what you're like. You're like whips. See, there's my buy point. And guess what? It dropped back down. My buy point was 66, would have been 66.13. 66.13, which is 12 cents higher than this high right here. Now, it did hit a new 3-month high today, but look at the retracement back. I need me to be clear and free. Now, if I had put this order in as a buy stop this morning, it would have hit. It would have hit. I'm looking for it to close above that level, 66.01, but really my buy point is 66.13. That's right. Abercrombie and Fitch is coming out as well tomorrow. Palantir always opens high pre-market, then drops intraday. Again, I gave you my buy point. I'm just not there yet. Lee is talking about quantum computing, and qubits. All of those are doing well, and everybody's trying to get the best, fastest machine out there from a quantum computing. I forgot the company. AMD came out with the first fastest. Not the first, but the fastest, currently fastest supercomputer right now, ahead of NVIDIA. All right, so I keep saying I need to do a video on quantum computing. I got so many videos that I want to do. There's a lot of videos on my plate that I want to get out there. But when we get to looking at portfolios, I'm going to show you about the stocks that we looked at on Friday. All right, now let's get into the news. Let's go see what news is moving the market. As I and Ryan both said, I think that the Christmas rally is in place. Google, Microsoft, Qubits, IonQ all do quantum computing. DRS does as well. I have a list. I have a quantum computing list. Phyllis says it hit 66, which was your buy point on Palantir. Was it 66 or should it have not been 12 cents higher than the high? Either way. I did not get into it yet. I want to see some confirmation of it above that point. Intraday it hit, and I would have been taking a little bit of a hit. I would have been okay with that. But I'm really, after I've taken the profit that I have, I want to make sure that the stock is doing what it's supposed to do. Ann says, is snow a goodbye? Snow is moving off of the news. I look at snow. As a matter of fact, let's do that real quick. Let's go look at snow real quick. It is news driven. It is strictly news driven. Let's go take a look at it. There's snow. I need snow to get out of its own way. I'm going to give you a buy point, 12 cents higher than the high. I'm going to go 178.24. 178.24 would be my buy point on snow. There's the news. It wasn't a nice uptrend. There's the news, but it's having a hard time breaking through that level of resistance. So, Ann, does that make sense? I like the play. Don't get me wrong. I love the earnings. The volume is falling off as it's moving higher. That's a flag. I want to see a stock that's rising with rising volume. Again, I love the earnings per share on it. I need it to get out of its own way, and that would be my buy point on snow. Residential commercial is moving. I saw that Nail was killing it today. Nail was killing it. Hello, Uncle Glenn. Axon is way down today. Why? I did not look at it. I do not know what the news is on Axon. I do not know. Y'all need to stop putting these stocks in for a minute so I can get through what I got to get through. OMG. So, Amir, if your stocks are down, wow. You know something? I'd still be okay with Axon. I've got a level of support sitting at 591.14. That would be my, for the lack of a better word, I don't want to have a lack of a better word. That would be my sell point right there. All right, that would be my sell point, either taking half off the table because it's got a nice run. You could, no matter where you got in somewhere back here, you got some profits. That would be my take half off the table or take the trade off to look for another stock. Did Glenn say snow? There is snow and I'm not worried about no snow. SoundHound is rising fast. That's on my list today. A lot of stocks that you're asking me about today are on my list of stocks for today. All right, let's get back into the news. Year-end market rally will start this week, says Goldman's Rubner. All right, so you know me. I want to look at the news. I want to look at the news, why stuff is moving. But of course, I'm going to use the VectorVest software. We're looking at the homepage, looking at the market in that still extended uptrend. I'm with the fact that the market still has room to go up. All right. Historically, December has been a favorable month for equities, particularly during election years. Those two, or that one big sentence right there, all right, puts me in a feel-good spot for possibly I'm licking my lips because I'm ready. I'm ready. I feel like SpongeBob SquarePants. I'm ready. If you've got grandchildren, you know what the heck I'm talking about. But I am ready. And I think that the Christmas rally, the Santa rally is on its way. Rubner pointed out the next week marks the start of the holiday trading season, which traditionally includes some of the year's best trading days leading up to Thanksgiving. All right. So I think the rally is going to be in. MicroStrategy, accelerates. They bought more. They bought more Bitcoin, 5.4. The last time they bought it was 4.8. Now 5.4 billion in Bitcoin. The third major purchase announced this month by the crypto hedge fund Proxy. They're just doing it, which puts me into Bernstein hikes its price target on MicroStrategy, sees more than 40% upside for the Bitcoin proxy. Ooh, how many of you trade in MicroStrategy? A couple of y'all are doing the more aggressive play, MSTX. But man, and when you look at that, couple that with, I'm going to move this over, couple that with Robinhood. Robinhood upgraded to overweight as Morgan Stanley on election upshot. So a couple of stories here in regards to crypto. Somebody typed from Friday's video, says, Glenn, stop calling crypto crapto. And, I see the light. I see the light. They are dropping. LMT is also dropping, about to drop under 500. You know me, when it comes down to the space of aerospace and defense, I still like DFEM. I like that better. Crowd app on the market all the way, or markets, all these are way down. Again, have stops in place, number one. Number two, don't panic. If you've got stops in place, you just stick with your plan. All right, what is the Santa rally? How to participate? This would be my first time getting into Santa rally. Is that at the end of the year, markets tend to move higher going into the new year. Santa Claus. Santa Claus is bringing the gift of the market moving higher going into the end of the year. How do you participate? You buy stocks that are moving up in the space. You buy stocks. You start off with the video I did on Friday. I'm going to give you more fish to look at today. I'm going to give you more stocks tonight at 6 p.m. So, Serpent, you're going to have a lot of opportunities to find stocks in the hottest sectors and the hottest industries that are rocking and rolling. Alfreda says, I panic. Don't panic. Folks, I want you guys to have a trading plan. Your trading plan should let you know when to buy, what to buy, and when to sell. And the most important part of that in your trading plan is the when to sell. You guys need to hold fast to your trading plan. A lot of you jump the gun and you get nervous. Stop doing that. All right. You know how much hurt you're willing to take. And if you haven't gotten to that point yet, sit still. How many times have you gotten out of a stock too early? Type of one in the room. How many of you have gotten out of a stock too early? I predict that on Friday they will be saying Xmas shopping was doing great thanks to the market being up. I don't know if it's the market being up. I just think that a lot of this is going to be attributed to the upcoming administration. That's what a lot of this upward move in the market is. And, I figured everybody in the room should type a number one in the room. I've done it. I've definitely done it. But that's why you have a trading plan. Thanks, Glenn, for Vuzi. Oh man, that's in the Jockey Club folder. We got that stock. I don't even know what it's up in the Jockey Club portfolio. Man, I try very hard. I do a lot of research to put you in the best stocks I possibly can. All right. So Alfredo says, "Not you, Glenn." Heck yeah. The reason why I'm so adamant about you sticking to your guns and sticking to your plans is because, sometimes I need that to be reinforced for me. Right? Sometimes I need it to be reinforced for me. So, all right. Two crypto stories. How about this? Bath and Body Works forecasts a smaller drop in annual sales on strong holiday demand. Talking about Bath and Body Works, my wife got me some lotions. Got me these lotions. She knows I love these lotions from Bath and Body. Can't you see it? There it is. I love these lotions. Because I happen to be an extremely dry individual, and Joey points that out to me on more than one occasion. He'd be like, man, he'd be looking at my elbows. I don't even like to put my elbows up, all right, because he makes me self-conscious about it. All right. Alfreda says she buys them for her husband. I love these. They're nice and compact, and they work. They work. All right. What else is going on in this one? The Ohio-based company introduced new products, including its new winter range of fragrances. Ooh, winter candy apple. No, not wearing that. Frosted coconut snowball. I'm not wearing that. To keep up with the competition and help tackle softer demand in the retail industry this quarter. That's always a good way to keep the products going, is to bring up new stuff. I'm not wearing neither one of those. I ain't wearing neither one of those. So I'm just saying. An uptick in sales during the reported quarter, especially for the fragrances, can be attributed to the company's efforts to push the brand as affordable luxury. When you go into Bath and Body Works, you could buy, and Bath and Body Works, I also have different other lotions that I use. I do like Bath and Body Works. I do. I'm not hugely big on their colognes, but the lotions I really do like. You're such a man, Glenn. Well, I know my weaknesses. I'm dry. I need lotions. All right. So, let's go to the next story. So part of what's going to be one of the hottest industries in tonight's video is going to be pharmaceutical. Merck announces pivotal phase 3 Zenith trial for evaluating Winrevair. And that's a soda terse. I'm not reading that. Every time I try to get to I'm not reading that. Met preliminary endpoint in interim analysis. Now, the cool thing about this is that companies like Merck and Moderna and Pfizer are having a tough time of it right now. So the companies out of the big companies who did put out the COVID vaccines, they're looking to have other positive things in their pipeline, and Merck look like right now it is. All right, so I do like Merck as a play in the pharma space. Next hour, Glenn will talk about politics and lotion. Nope, not doing that. Good morning, Glenn, for Bath. Good morning, Glenn, for Bath and Body. I do like Bath and Body. Christmas candles smell good too. My wife gets those, but my wife is chomping at the bit because the compromise in our house is no Christmas decorations until after Thanksgiving. So she's got everything up in the attic, and she's just lining it up, ready to start putting up Christmas stuff. Yay. I'm so excited. All right. Next stock. UBS says this AI play is a buy with nearly 20% upside ahead. And what is that? ARM. That's one of Ryan's favorite picks. The investment bank initiated coverage on the chip maker with a buy rating and set its target to $160, which implies about an 18% upside from Friday's close. AI is driving positive growth, which is no matter what. NVDL is taking a hit today. It's the hottest stock on the planet. I'm okay. All right, so ARM is on my list today. Analysts say this is the most undervalued AI stock, could reach a $1 trillion valuation. What do you think this stock is before I show it to you? Somebody mentioned it in the room. What do you think this stock is before I say it? All right. And most undervalued AI stock that could reach a $1 trillion valuation. Anybody? Merck is at a decent price now. Nope, not Palantir. No, Palantir, I like the stock, but it's not it. Anybody else? Going once, going twice. SoundHound. Shares of SoundHound have surged recently as analysts have been continuously raising their price targets. Y'all, none of y'all put in the stock. That's good. That's good. Now Niles says sound and Nader says sound. Well, I don't know how much of a delay, but it is SoundHound. Cantor Fitzgerald upgraded SoundHound from neutral to overweight rating and increased their target price from 5 to 7. That was back in August, so the stock is still running. That's in my list today. We're going to take a look at it. Palantir. Palantir's price target has now been upped at Bank of America on rising U.S. growth and competitive advantage. So Palantir did make the list today. The analysts raising the next 3-year government growth to 29%. That's going to be a big boost for them because they do a lot of work with our government and governments across the world. I'm telling you, I love me some Palantir. I've been loving me some Palantir, and I only bring out the news when I can bring it out. All right, I only bring out the news. Software represents 17% of U.S. non-residential private fixed income versus 11% in 2005. More and more eyeballs are going to Palantir. Glenn, you mentioned wait for the fallback on sound. We're going to take a look at it, all right? It's in the news. I want to take a look at it. Remember, I may look at a lot of stories out there. My bone of confidence comes from VectorVest. So I always look at the stocks that are making the news. I put them into a watch list, but I'm going to pay attention to the VectorVest software going forward, right? Apple, look at this. Apple may have an AI trick up its sleeve. What does that mean? All right. So the firm talked about the need for companies to do more with less. Some of that is talking the firm's book. Together AI makes software to run generative AI workloads more efficiently. Apple has quietly purchased research showing how to run large language models directly on devices. So we do know the new phone has got AI built into it, right? And Apple is, wanting to do the AI, but on a mobile basis, directly on devices with limited memory. By leveraging novel storage techniques and the inherent sparsity in the AI models, the company can reduce memory requirements by 50% while maintaining performance. That's big. That's big. Man, I've been trying to find free Discord and group for options other than YouTube lives, but Glenn is too smart. I don't know. I don't know why we don't do a Discord. I don't know. Glenn, you mentioned wait for the fallback on sound. I did read that. All right. So, I love this with Apple in the background. Limited memory while maintaining performance. Advances like these could enable future iPhones and Macs to run sophisticated AI models locally and privately. A development that could radically reshape the entire AI infrastructure landscape. You heard it here. I love this story. Pennywise said, "Now that's interesting." I love this story. And this could definitely be something that Apple can ride the coattails on. Glenn, Tim Cook stinks. He will take Apple into like Sears. And the problem with Apple is once Jobs passed away, the innovation behind Apple went away too. So I think now on the other side of that, Apple is not as innovative as it used to be. But they have a knack for taking quality stuff that's out there, may not be innovating, but making it better. So Droid may be putting out this, but Apple looks. And I think that that's what happened with the glasses. All right. The Google glasses or the Meta glasses are like cheap, $300. Apple said, forget that. We're going to make this better, and it's going to be like $3,000. All right. So I think that Apple has a knack to take what's out there and make it better. Do you agree with that? Yes or no? Do you agree with that? Yes or no? Apple may not be nearly as innovative as they were, but they do have the power to make things better just because that's what they do. Do you agree with that? All right. Robert says no, and that's fine. That's fine. You know me. I love the conversations. Lead image staff left from Apple. Okay. But I'm with you, Robert. I totally understand. I'm an Apple fanatic anyway. But you know, the people that are going to pay $3,000 are the people that are going to pay $3,000. It is what it is. AMC has news. I'm not worried about AMC. A meme stock. I'm not touching that. All right, earnings coming up this week. Not a lot. Again, the biggest companies, Abercrombie and Fitch. A lot of retail reporting. A&F, Kohl's, Best Buy, Macy's, Dick's, Burlington. That's all tomorrow and before the bell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 major retailers reporting before the bell tomorrow. All right, so I like Apple's chances to regain ground more than I do for Intel. I hear you on that. Apple, yes, good at finding new markets, says Marcus. All right. Apple is good taking existing products and making it better. Yeah, that's what I say too. What did Mark say? Is this a talk show? Is this talk show live? Seems interesting. Stop, Mark, before I put you in timeout. I'm not going to put you in timeout. All right, and the last thing, before we get into the watch list, Zoom, yeah, ZM, they are after the close today. You know, that's a great question, Marcus. Does Zoom have will they have good sales? Are people still subscribing to the Zoom platform? You know, I still have meetings on Zoom every so often, but not very often. All right, that's outside of VectorVest. I still, family stuff, and when we're getting ready to go to Hawaii in February, and it's going to be a family thing, we do family Zooms. But I don't know if that's enough to keep Zoom in the positive. Really, I just don't know. All right, but not a lot this week, but a lot of retailers coming into the possible Santa Rally. I lived in Honolulu for several years. We're taking a 6-night cruise. We're docking overnight at 2 of the big islands. And we got, between my wife and her sister, it's all planned out. My job is just to pay for stuff. That's what I do. So Microsoft, you talking about Microsoft, are you talking about Teams? Because that's what we use here at work is Teams. The court sees either Zoom or WebEx for hearings. I didn't know that, Carol. I didn't know. But I know that here at work, we use Teams. We use Teams. Google Meet is functionally better than Zoom, says Ben. Okay. That's all the story. Oh, so before we go into the software, I do want to talk about this since it's coming up. We've got, this ain't the right one. Well, we'll do our Black Friday sale on all of our courses. For those of you who are looking for a place to find VectorVest teaching and courses, we have a Black Friday sale. Where all of our courses are reduced in price. One of them, I think, is even down 70%. I think one of them is down. I don't know which one it is. One of them is down 70%. But what we're finding, just tracking the numbers, what we're finding is that people are jumping on board with the all-access pass. Gets you access to every course we have. That's a great steal. If you add all of these courses together, You know something? I don't know what it would come out to, but I'm still thinking that is. Look at the price we charge for it. Goodness gracious. But $1,995 gives you access to every course that we have. If you want to just do a la carte though, big drops in prices, you go to www.vectorvest.com/sale. www.vectorvest.com/sale. Take a look, peruse some of the things that you want. You can click on it. Maybe you can't. I thought you could click on it and it would tell you more about it. Oh, here it is, details. Click on the details button. There you go. The details button, and it'll break it down. Some of you have been looking for some of the VectorVest stuff that we offer, and we are giving a Black Friday sale on all of our courses. But I want you to consider, if you can, the All Access Pass gets you access to everything that's here. Is it extra off buying course? That's down. Yeah, I'm not getting into that. But you want to, how about this? Where's the one I'm looking? The keys to consistent stock market success. I don't think extra off is in that course. All right. What about the cost of coaching groups? That we will talk about at Tampa. Whether you're there in person, or that's because I put lotion on my elbows, or you're there by way of the live stream. All of the specials on the coaching courses will be talked about there. You got that ready, Vet Go? All right. So we're not talking about those price deductions yet. We'll talk about that in Tampa. All right. So talking about Tampa, you need to sign up. If you're going to go live, seats are going. If you're going to go live, go to www.vectorvest.com/Tampa. That will get you there live. And Joey's going to put that up there in a second. Why you stop moving around? Just put it up there. There it is. www.vectorvest. Look at that. It's 80% off to go live. 80% off to go live. I'm telling you, the seats are going to sell out. www.vectorvest.com/Tampa to go live. Now it's in places, the lotion in the back. What are you talking about? All right, so those two things. If you're looking for courses that we offer, big discounts on them for Black Friday. And again, Tampa's coming up faster than you think. If you're going to go live, you need to do it before it's all gone, before it all goes bye-bye. All right, let's get back into the software. Oh, how did you do that? I don't know how that happened. All right, let's go to the stocks that I found in the news stories. First off, let's look at the market. Everything is up, with the exception of the Qs. The Qs are slightly down. The fear in the market is rising just a little bit, but at 1533, you know that when I hate that, Joey. When the price of the VIX gets to a value of 20, there's a lot of fear in the market. We're not experiencing fear, which adds more to the whole idea that the Santa rally possibly is in play. All right, big news stocks, the stocks that hit the news. Access for the whole year or forever. Phyllis, I want to say it's for the whole year. Joey, do you know for sure? Is it for a year or is it forever? I don't know if Joey knows. And I don't know. Huh?
It's not forever.
It's not forever. All right, then Phyllis, it may be at least for a year. You got a whole year to go through all those courses if you use the All Access Pass. Uncle Glenn, why should I buy now? I'm getting killed today. Or not? Then don't buy. Listen, then don't buy. If you're sticking to your plan and you've got stops in place, again, I just had this diatribe with you not too long ago. Stick to your plan. All right, if you don't feel comfortable buying stocks today, then don't. I am not going to. I've got stocks that I'm putting out there. All right, and the Santa doesn't hate you. It's just the beginning. It's just the beginning. Stop panicking, Amir. I'm going to put you in a corner and make you stick your thumb in porridge. All right? I don't know. Little Jack Horner sat in the corner eating his something. You're going to be like little Jack Horner. All right? So it's 12 months. Thank you for that, Joey. He doesn't hate you, by the way, Amir. All right? And if you don't feel comfortable, and that goes for everybody out there. If you don't feel comfortable buying stocks right now, then don't. What was your target price for Palantir? Graphs. Where is it? Palantir. My price should have been 66, 12 cents higher, which would be 66.13. All right. Someone said it was right at 66. Well, that would have been well, that could have been coming off of this. I probably could have bought it at 66. What I'd really like to see, and again, I forgot to even look today. I would have probably put in a buy stop order 13 cents higher than the high. And what was it? 60 cents. Yeah, I would have gotten into it today. And I would have been taking a little bit of hit, but I still would have been higher than the prior day. So I'm still fine. I see this channel. I want to see some confirmation of closing above that. Does that make sense to everybody in the room? Yes or no? Does that make sense to everybody in the room? I really want to see a close above this level. Again, my absolute nice buy price should have been 12 cents higher than the high. Should have been like 66.13. But I really want to see it close up there before I pull. GT, Amir doesn't have a plan, please. I should adopt him. Amir, you got to have a plan. iBit going bearish now. I still own iBit. I'm not panicking on that either. Glenn, how do you create a special tab for Palantir in the VV program? So right here where it says add new, click on add new, and then I can add another stock like Apple. Or I can add a bunch of stocks in here and scroll down through them. Apple, look at that. Even with the news with Apple, look at that sitting at a level of resistance. I really want to see it break above and close above that. I like the move higher. Apple was one of the stories. I like the move higher, but I want to see it close above. That's a rising triangle, however you want to call it. Love the earnings per share. RT just went above 1, so the stock is picking up some momentum to be in an uptrend. All right, let's go to the viewers. Go back to the viewers because I want to look at all of the graphs that are in here. Apple is in here. MicroStrategy is in here. ARM, not every single one of them is up. Let's go graph them all. So we've seen the news on all of these. Hood, look at that. Pulled back today, closed candle, but still nicely above Friday's candle. Still moving higher. If you own it, leave it alone. Leave it alone. I'm going to give you a price of when to think about taking half off the table. Right about here. About 37.14. 37.14, you can take half off the table because you got some profits. Volume is pretty steady. Even though it's starting to fall right now, I don't like that, but it is pretty steady. All right, let's go to the next stock on the list. Man, iBit taking a hit. I'm not telling you to panic, but if you're not comfortable, if nothing else, I tell you to take half off the table because the upward trend that was there is now went below it. If nothing else, if you're not comfortable, and actually I need to have a plan in place to get me out of iBit. Oh, let me look right about here. There's 2 gaps. It's fading 1. Here's my price to say you need to probably be out of it, 52.88. 52.88. And I think that crypto is one of those things. When it goes, it goes. But when it dips, you put your hand upon your hip. When it dips, I dip, we dip. But I'm giving you a sell point right here to consider. All right? But I'm not panicking. Palantir, again, not exactly where I'd like it to be, but it is hitting a new 3-month high. Apple, we just looked at. Interesting on BBWI, Bath and Body Works. Interesting. I'm probably getting some profit taking right there after the earnings. All right, I'm probably getting that's not earnings. That's not, it is. That's what I thought. It is earnings. I'm getting some profit taking, but man, well above the swing high. Put a swing high. That's an absolute price that if it falls below that, you probably should take it off the table, not even half. At 32.78, I got space. I closed candle, profit taking, but I got a solid level of support. My rule of thumb with iBit is not to own more than 3 to 5% of it in my portfolio. I own more than that. I took advantage of the big run. I still own more than that. And watch on BBWI and Bath and Body Works, watch the drop in earnings per share. That is not a happy signal for me. A lot of sideways move, but I don't like the falling earnings per share. Just be careful with it. I gave you a sell price. MicroStrategies, beautiful level of support. Beautiful level of support sitting at about 381.88. It's got room. That's a lot of volatility. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That's a lot of volatility. All this buying of crypto, but that's a solid level of support. If it falls, and notice that today's wick, that was Friday, Thursday's wick came back above it as well. I think that's a beautiful level of support. If it falls below that, you probably should think about taking it off the table. ARM, nice move on ARM. Still in a downtrend though. Still in a downtrend. Free hand. So the story says, oh yeah, pretty much go buy the stock. I'm not going to tell you that yet. RT just went above one. Look at the wick. Wick much bigger than the body. Wick much bigger than the body today. I'd be careful with it. All right, the story says, oh, yeah, this is a great stock. And blah, blah, blah. VectorVest is saying, be careful. Relative value above one, relative safety not. This becomes more of an aggressive play. All right, San Fran, let me see if I can get to that. Remember, for every 10 likes we get a stock. All right, so I'm not ready to look at those stocks yet. I do like the news on Merck. I do like the move on Merck. I like the news on it, and I like the move on it. Keep your eyes on this. All right. If I'm looking at any of the stocks in this space, Merck is probably one of the better stocks right now. Earnings is higher than it was 3 months ago, even though it took a little bit of a dip. Volume is pretty steady. I really would like RT to go above one. Let me move that over. I really would like for RT to go above one, but it is on the rise along with the stock's price. If nothing else, you keep your eye on Merck. And the last stock in here is this is the more aggressive play of MicroStrategy, because this one is 1 3/4 time leverage. 1 3/4 time leverage. Man, look at that. There's the trend line. Again, wick above the trend line. I'm not panicking, but if it breaks through my downtrend, if it breaks through my uptrend, I'm probably thinking about taking it off the table. Okay? Earnings this week. Again, I'm not going to tell you that I'm not going to look at your stocks, but I'm not going to look at any more right now until I ask you for them. All right? 3. That's what I'm just putting that out there, okay? How to play crypto. Just watch the dollar. No, I don't think that the crypto and the dollar have the same correlation between the dollar and gold. I don't think they have the same correlation. Right now, I am of the mindset that crypto is coming into a lot of people's eyes. The upcoming administration has put a lot of emphasis on crypto. That's what's making crypto move. All right, now, do I think that crypto is going to go up forever? No. Do I think we're going to experience another crypto winter sometime next year? Yes. And everybody and their mama is telling you, it's going to go up to 100,000. It's going to go up to 200,000. It's a volatile play. It still is a volatile play. And right now, I have moved from calling it crapto to crypto because it's being put in front of the right people's eyes that can push it higher. Dell is going to be significant for NVIDIA and SMCI. I'm betting they're taking market share from SMCI. I think a lot of people are taking market share from SMCI, but don't sleep on SMCI right now. Until all of the news about the books comes out, SMCI looks like it's trying to come back on a run. So I'm just putting that out there. All right, so when I'm looking at the stocks, when it comes down to earnings, I sort this watch list by relative safety because high relative safety stocks are stocks that tend to meet or exceed earnings expectation. So I'm looking at Burlington, which is retail, looking at Dick's retail, Best Buy retail, Abercrombie & Fitch. Notice that all of those relative safeties are above one. But not all of the relative values are above one. And let's go take a look at the earnings growth. Earnings growth on these, for the most part, are good. ADI, nope, that's not a crypto. Best Buy, negative earnings growth rate, even though the relative safety is high. I'd be careful with that one. Same thing with HP. Relative value, relative safety, both above one, but look at the earnings growth rate. Remember, earnings is the engine that drives the stock's price higher. Burling has earnings tomorrow morning. Yep. That's why these are my stocks for earnings this week. All right. So where's the money going today? I think the money is going into natural gas. Let's sort this by percentage price change. Nail. Look at that. Builders bigly up today. as well as natural gas. Builders and natural gas is where the money is going today. All right. Look at that. Nail up almost 15%, and natural gas up almost 14%. All right. Where's the money not going? To the bearish side of natural gas. And look at that. IBIT is going down. Gold miners are going down. Uranium, which I'm a big fan of, is going down. Silver, oil, gold, real estate. That's the bearish side of real estate. Copper is going down. Utilities is going down. That's why this is my little heat map, my little heat cheat map to show you where all the money is going. SMR setting up for a bounce. Ooh, hold on. I've got SMR somewhere. Let's go. I'll get to that when I get to portfolios. All right, here's some fish for you. And if any of you feel like Amir and you're not comfortable buying, then don't. All right, then don't. You're right in regards to copper. I think all of the commodities, with the exception of oil, should be doing well. That's what I think. John says, I will not be buying SMCI unless it closes to a 52-week high or if we have a massive sell-off and RT goes to 0.10. HIMS has been up since it announced its meal replacement bars and shakes. They doing meal replacement bars too? They got their fingers and hands into everything. All right. So stocks from the MPI near perfect indicator. My one-day ones that are all optionable. Here are 5 stocks for you to keep your eyes on. All right. Notice that undervalued, 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 undervalued. They're all undervalued. I like that. Relative values above 1. VSTs above 1. I like this play. How about MPI and Enhance, where we start to look at CI in the sort? HIMS is in the list. HIMS is in the list. Up 18% today. Again, more of an aggressive play. Where's the earning? Look at that. Look at the earnings growth. 47. All of these have double-digit earnings growth. All of these have double-digit earnings growth. All right, so I'm just keeping my eyes on all these. These are fish. I'm giving you the fish. Weekly customer picks. I'm going to come to that. All right, so out of everybody who watched the video on Friday, I want to show you something. I recorded it on the 21st. I always record the Friday video the day before, on Thursday. All right? I want to show you something. Let's go to that portfolio. 11/21, I called it Rock Your World because I still think it rocks your world. Folks, this is 2 days, the 21st and the 22nd. And including today makes the 3rd day. 15.68% in 3 days. Portfolio is up over 8% in 1 day. That's because Archer, which was one of the best stocks in that list that I talked about, is up 27% today. How cool is it that you got a video that talked about the stock before it went up 27%, number one. Number two, out of the 5 picks that I put out on Friday, 3 of them are up double digits in 3 days. Who loves their Uncle Glenn? Just type a 1. Who loves their Uncle Glenn? Just type a 1. EV says, Glenn, any guidance on doing a cover call on Sound? I think that SoundHound has a great opportunity to go up, especially in the hot AI space. I'm all on board. If you don't want to get rid of it, sell a cover call by all means. If you don't want to get rid of Sound because you think it's got great upside, then if you own it, I would definitely sell a cover call. Ross says 0.9. You don't really love your Uncle Glenn, Ross? Jazz says sometimes. All right. Listen, it's all right. You are one of the best stock pickers, no question. Listen, they don't always work. Believe you me, they don't always work. Question is, does Archer still have upside? Let's go take a look. Let's go take a look at the stocks I gave you on Friday. My worst stock, my scariest stock was Fate, and it's moving up. Let's view the stock graph on these. Does it still have upside? Archer's big open candle today, kind of parabolic. Love the volume, though. So it's not like it's just going up. The volume is there to back it up. There's conviction behind the move. So what does that mean for me? I'm with that the stock's got upside. My wife and I always watch your live streams. There you go. CRNT, I've done something. Yeah, there it is. CRNT up 30% since you called it less than $10. I mean, that's another portfolio. I'll show that too. That's another portfolio. All right. Fate was the one. I showed this in the video. It scares me the most. But you know something? This could really still continue to have upside if it breaks above that trend line. AI, a little profit taking today. I wouldn't be afraid. I wouldn't be scared. I'm going to give you a point where you want to take some off the table right about here. We're about 37. You got room. You are low energy. You okay? Yeah, I'm fine. I'm tired. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. I am tired, but I'm fine. Where can you do a video at the best stock to buy the best Palantir and NVIDIA when you can do a video? Huh? Amir, you got to ask that a little differently because I wasn't sure what you were asking right there. I wasn't sure what you were asking right there. There's the Robin Hood. I gave a sell point on this one, or probably a buy point, and it's above it right now. Even though it's a closed candle, it went above the buy point. Look at these graphs, though. Oof. INSM, another pharmaceutical. Wow, look at that. Big move today, big wick at the top. I'd be careful with INSM. It probably has made some money, but it made some profit taking. It is going to close above my level of resistance. It looks like it might, but that's a lot of profit taking. I wouldn't be scared. I wouldn't be mad at you if you took some of that off the table. It's a lot of volatility in that stock. Why has NVIDIA been down since earnings? I think a lot of people, especially the Wall Street people, are not happy with what NVIDIA did. And I think NVIDIA did a drop the mic moment. Said, boom, we killed it. Drop the mic. And I still think that some people are trying to get over the idea that it wasn't what Wall Street wanted. They made a lot of freaking money. Revenue was up 94% year over year. You know something? I would tell Wall Street to kick rocks. That's what I would be. What is the best $1 trillion stocks? I haven't done a video on that, but I can do a video on that. Knowing that you have grandchildren, what stock would you buy them for the long haul? Keith, at this point in time, it'd be Palantir. At this point in time, it'd be Palantir or something else in the AI space. Something else in the AI space, I think, is something that I would buy for my grandchildren. Palantir would be it right there. All right, so, Keith, that's my honest answer to the question. Could I find more? Yes. Do I have other stocks that I have for my grandchildren already? The answer to that is yes, but that's in different portfolios. All right. Where are we? Oh, what else was the undervalued, like Amir is talking about? My undervalued, look at that, 22%. That was done on 10/8. I got to do more videos like this. Every one of these stocks that was the undervalued stocks less than $10, every single one is double-digit winners. That's freaking amazing. Anybody not happy with that? And it was a video that I did. Again, if you're brand new to the chat, brand new to the channel, you want to find out about these stocks before they take off, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Because between Ryan and I, these are the kinds of videos that we put out. This is the kind of content that we put out on the channel. And you know, I could have said, yeah, we made a call on 10/8 and we're up 22%. I want you to see what the stocks have done since the video came out. How about SMCI? I mean, I've been talking about it. I think that it could be a great bottom fishing play, but until the news settles about the true, what really happened with the books, I'm not touching it. All right, I'm not touching it. SMCI is buy rating now. Is it buy rating? Is it a buy rating? I don't know if that's the case. And if it is, it'd be interesting. SMCI, is it a buy rating? No, it's not a buy rating. It's a hold rating. I do like the stock is moving up, but I don't think that the full story is done. Would you buy Palantir here, though? Nope. I gave you a buy price on Palantir. All right, 66.13. I'd like to see Palantir close above this level of resistance, which is sitting at about 66. That's what I'd like, because the stock is in a channel. The stock is in a channel right now. All right, which is why I haven't bought back into it. I took my profit off the table. Alfreda says happy about Kins. All right. So I know this is another video that I'm going to put out shortly. Another list of undervalued stocks less than $10. But every single one of these stocks, especially going into a Santa rally, a possible Santa rally, these stocks should continue to kill it. This is why you need to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon so you'll be alerted when videos like this come out. I bought them. Now, I do know that people did buy into SMCI already. I said that was a very aggressive move. I wasn't doing it yet, but I think the stock still is fundamentally sound. The stock's still a good stock. I'm just ready. I'm just not ready to pull the trigger on it yet. I'm just really not ready to pull the trigger on it. Glenn, are we still waiting on MCI earnings? When is earnings? I don't think so. I don't know. SMC. I don't know when the earnings is. All right. Let's do one last thing. Let's go look at your stocks. How many likes do we got? 59. I'm still going to. That only means I should give you 6 stocks. I'm still going to give you 10, though. I'm still going to give you 10. Just think, if you get above 100 likes, 200 likes, guess what? I give you 20 stocks. But I'm still only giving you, I'm giving you 10 stocks. I'm giving you 10 stocks. Weekly customer picks. You guys got to slow down, dang it. All right. TEM, Rocket Lab, RKLB, MDXG, SPXC, BTI, WLDS, CCI, we already looked at sound. CRNT, Qubit, would be nice if I put the right thing in there. Qubit, CCL, concealed carry license. I got one of those. Again, we already looked at sound. SoFi is another stock that I own. POWL. How many stocks is that? How many stocks did we get? Let's go see. 12. I gave you even more than 10. All right. So here's the stocks. Again, when am I going to do a quantum computing video? I don't know if you guys would really watch it. I think I want to do it, but I got to do videos that you guys would watch. At the bottom of the list would be WLDS. Look at that. That's got to be news driven. Let's view the stock news. Is it going to come up over there? No, it's coming up over here. 25%. Wearable devices redefined the neural wristband category with it 6 days ago. I got nothing else. I don't know. I don't like the stock from the standpoint of being fundamentally sound because it's not. It's got an RT below 1. Mark, that is straight news driven. Ain't nothing telling me I should buy that stock. Not a ding dang darn thing. Not one. Now, out of the stocks that you gave me, 1, 2, 3 have VSTs below 1. Another AI stock, way overvalued, not fundamentally sound. Crown Castle, way overvalued, not fundamentally sound. Now that you want to talk about that, I'm going to put Palantir in here. Let's go see where it sits in the list. Way overvalued, but it does have a relative safety above 1. Where I'm looking at these stocks that are way overvalued, I got no fundamental indicator above 1. All right, let's go look at all of these stocks real quick. CCL, Carnival. I still have a problem with understanding how the Royal Caribbeans, the CCLs, are still moving with everybody complaining about not having enough money. I just don't understand it. I skipped your pick. What pick? It wasn't in the... I went down the list. CCL, SoFi, Powell. Powell was my last pick. So I didn't miss you. I just didn't get to you. And that was still... We got 77 likes, and I gave you 12 stocks. Again, you guys don't understand. I still give you more than what we get for the likes. That's on y'all. That is on y'all. All right. I do like CCL. I just don't understand how they're still moving with everybody complaining about inflation. Baby boomers spending all their extra off profits. Is that what it is? I tell you, the people that are probably going on trips are probably boomers because they ain't got nearly as many problems as everybody else. Cruise lines try to book now for future. And every time we go on a cruise, Janet books a cruise. We save a lot of money when you book a cruise on a cruise. So Janet's like, baby, I did a thing. I'm like, where are we going next? That's all I ask. That's all I say. I don't say nothing. She'd be like, baby, I did a thing. And my next words out of my mouth is, where are we going next? But she's smart in that they may try to get you to, but they make the prices so small, and my wife just does it. All right, CRNT, watch this. Big move up. Watch the give back. A lot of volume and a lot of give back doesn't make me feel warm and fuzzy. Just be careful. If you're in it, though, let me give you a hard price to consider right about here. That's the gap. Sitting at about 370. You got a little room, all right? Let's go to the next one. Oof, Powell. As much as I've liked Powell, got a little bit more volatile. It's right here at a level of support. If it closes below that, I'd probably take it off. And that was after earnings. Big jump up after earnings. Now testing this as a level of support. I'd be careful with it. Major give backosity charts scare me. I agree with you on that, John. If you had 100 shares of any cruise, you get a minimum $100 onboard credit. Do you really? I'm not listening to you, Jazz, about Disney Cruise. I'm not listening to you. I didn't know that. I need to make sure I got some stock in there. All right, SoFi, I'm in it. I'm still in it. A little bit of a pullback today, but still new 3-month high. Volume is falling. Earnings looks good. But SoFi, I'm in it. I'm not scared. You know something? I'm going to give myself a little bit of room. 1450 is probably a good sell point. All right, probably a good sell point. We're far from that. Next one, SPXC. Love the move. Gosh, it is a little bit more volatile, but love the move. New 3-month high. I'd like to see more volume as the stock's price is moving up. Earnings per share is good. Yes, I have all cruise stocks. I'm getting ready to have to go get me. I'm going to get me a cruise stock. I got to get me that. And if all I got to do is show it to them and I get $100 on board credit, all right, I'm about to do that. Where are we going? We're going Royal Caribbean to Hawaii next year. Now, MDXG, sideways move, channeling. If you're in it, leave it alone. If it falls below this level of support, I'd probably tell you to take half off the table. All right, but it is definitely channeling. Watch the earnings per share. That's a red flag. Entry on SoFi, 5 cents higher than the high. 5 cents higher than the high, which would be 16.13. 16.13. That's higher than the high. 5 cents higher than the high. Or 15. What's the high? Yeah, 16.13 would be the buy point. All right, MDXG again sitting in the channel. Wow, Palantir. I love the move. Still not ready yet. Not until it closes above that level. Closes above that level of resistance. Next one, Qubit. I'm not touching that. That's a shooting star that went to the moon and then to the androgynous galaxy, and I'm waiting for it to fall down. All right, that's a lot of selling pressure on that. The volume is there, though. It's pretty steady. I don't like that give back. That is a flag. All right, that is a flag. Powell, Head and Shoulders. Man, that's a little shoulder, but shoulder, head, shoulder. That is almost the neckline, too. Wow, my level of support is pretty much at the neckline. Look at that there. It's a good level of support. That helps to back that up from that pattern as well. All right, Palantir, Qubit, Rocket Lab. Man, a lot of stocks are giving back. After earnings, jump, shooting star, follow through, piercing pattern, moving up. I don't like the closed candle, but the volume is there. Volume is good. Earnings per share is lower than it was 3 months ago. I'd keep that in the back of my mind, but the stock's price is moving up. I'm going to give you a trend line right here. There's the trend line. If it falls below the trend line, I take some off the table. All right, but closed candle today is a bearish bullish candle. Same thing with BTI. Look at that. That's personal tobacco. Is that wacky weed? I don't know. Is that what personal tobacco is? Trend line is up. Volume started to fall off a little bit. Closed candle. A lot of stocks are showing me that today. A lot of stocks are showing. It doesn't mean to panic. Let me give you a point right about here. About 37.09. That's probably a good point to take half off the table. All right. And TEM. Up, down, little volatile in the move. Earnings per share is a little volatile as well. Not an earnings play. I don't know how many. This has got a lot more volatility to it, and you can look at the graph and see that. If that's not your thing, you don't take that. I don't know what the news is on this. I don't know what the news is. It's 11%, almost 12%, 4 hours ago. Piper Sandler 36th Annual Healthcare Conference. Tempest testing AI to find potential TAVR patients. It is an AI-related story. I'd like to see the story push the stock's price up with volume. The earnings per share shows me that this company ain't altogether making a lot of money. And it's actually, look at that, it's negative. It's negative. This is an aggressive play if you're going to play it by the news. I just don't like the volatility in the play. All right, let's use short-term trading it. CCI, REITs. Oops. Sigh. I don't want that. I want to show the trend line. There's the trend line. Little bit of shooting star. Could this be the end of this little run right here? Maybe. Keep your eyes on it. I don't like the earnings per share. I don't. Favorite rare earth gland? I haven't looked into that. I don't have a favorite rare earth. Oh, it's the Andromeda Galaxy. I don't have a favorite rare earth, Lisa. Haven't done enough. Ryan might, because he just did a video on it. But I have not looked into rare earth stuff just quite yet. So I do see the uptrend. That's where I would sell. But I do have flags. Lower earnings per share over the last 3 months, and a shooting star could be a bearish reversal. Last stock, where I'm not touching this. Mark put that in there. I don't know why the flying flip. Mark puts this kind of stock into the list. Now, positive sign. It did break above the downtrend. This stock is not fundamentally sound. All right, this is. I don't know what. I'm not touching that. I'm not touching that. That's just not good. All right, and it's all Mark's fault. Matt says, good thing I don't have a 10 a.m. appointment, and neither does Joey. No, I'm about done, because Joey's going to be complaining soon. All right, there's all the stocks you wanted me to look at. All right, I still gave you more than the likes. I gave you 12 stocks. And MP owns the only rare earth mine in America. Again, I don't know enough about rare earth stuff. All right, so I'm going to go now. Joey didn't say anything in the background, so I'm sure he's getting ready to, because that's what Joey does. Matt, going to miss. I'm going to go run tell that. I'm going to go run tell that. All right, I'm done. I can push it. Don't touch it. Stop touching stuff. Oh, we got to talk about that. That's to get into VectorVest for 99-cent trial. Go to www.vectorvest.com/YT. That's especially for all of the new people who are not subscribers to the software. You want access to the software 30 days, 99 cents. www.vectorvest.com/YT. You get access to 30 days to the VectorVest software. All right. And again, we talked about the sale. You go to www.vectorvest.com/sale to get a lot of money off of our courses. A whole lot of money. A whole lot of money. How much is an annual subscription? Prakash, give our product support staff a call, because I don't want to give you wrong numbers. I give them a call. I'm still suffering like a good snowflake. Joey didn't win the presidency. I'm putting you in timeout now, Mark. All right, folks, thank you for being here today. Thank you for always supporting this live stream. Again, my new folks, if you're not part of the channel, go subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon. All right, adios, people. Adios. Arrivederci. Ciao, au revoir, sayonara, aloha to all my peeps in Hawaii. I want each and every one of you to look out for your neighbor, help your neighbor up the best way you can. If we do that, we'll be a better society, okay? Odabu, bom dia, salam, shalom, namaste, yasu. Until the next time, folks, see ya.